the day of the performance, the one thing that I do is I reach out to my mentors, and I reach out before I'm about to perform. I reach out to my mentors and I ask them to pray for me. People that, people who have shepherded me in my journey, people who have helped bring me to where I'm at as far as like recording goes, as far as performing and speaking, and who have even like just taught me, show me the ropes. I reach out to them. I ask them to be praying for me over the night, because when you go and you speak to kids and when you open yourself up and you're vulnerable, and you relive these haunting moments of your life, it gets very, it's tough, man, and the enemy definitely has room to play, and so I ask for protection. I ask for them to pray for me, to protect me, to guide me, that to keep me humble, to make sure that I'm performing and living with humility, and to just keep me grounded. And no matter what, before I perform, I always pray. I don't feel right performing if I don't pray. And I always change my socks. I always make sure I have a fresh pair of socks on before I perform. It's crazy because of like the different places, like I'm like the different places that the Lord has brought me to in performing. It's been I've performed in like juvenile detention centers. I've performed in like small rooms with like 10 people, like youth groups. I've performed in front of like 4 people. I've performed in front of 400 people. I think the most people I've ever performed in front of was the talent show when I was in high school. And there was probably maybe like maybe 400 to 500 people. And it's easier to perform when there's so many people, because you don't see as many reactions, and you're able to like kind of bounce things off of the people more. Like you're able to go and be yourself and like be more fluid. But if you're performing in a room of like 20 junior high and high school kids, their attention span is like that. Like, especially being in like the social media era and like the technology era, it's like if you could lose the attention of the crowd so quickly. So it's really tough. So especially when I'm performing songs that make me cry, I try to sometimes I'll close my eyes if I know I'm gonna get choked up.
So anyway, I'm gonna let him introduce himself for the most part to you guys. So give it up for Emmanuel.
I am not worthy. So I'm glad that we got to have a little bit of a talk back and forth earlier on. My name is Emmanuel, or you can call me Manny. Doesn't matter. I'm cool with either one. Can anybody tell me the Bible verse that you guys are going over in John, or that you have gone over in the past recently? Yeah, no, I didn't ask the first Bible verse you memorized. I asked what Bible verse have you gone over? Can you guys remember last week? 2 weeks ago? 3 weeks ago? Can anybody tell me anything you guys have learned in here in the past couple weeks? Have you guys read? Okay. Have you guys read in John at all?
No, not yet. Not yet.
Wait, hold on. Okay.
You must become great.
I must become John 3:30. You guys know that one?
Yeah.
What about John 10:10?
You guys know that one?
Does anybody know John 10:10? No? Okay. All right. Does anybody know what this is?
Yeah.
The Bible, the good book. Okay, I'm going to read John 10:10, okay?
You guys like, oh, yeah, I remember this.
right, here we go. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. Are you guys turning there or no? It's okay. Okay. Go, I'll give you a second. I know my pastor always does that. He's like, okay, everyone turn to John 10:10. He gives us like 2 seconds, and then all of a sudden we're like trying to go, and he starts reading it, and I'm like, oh, and I throw out my Bible because I'm not there yet. I get sad. All right, you guys ready? Okay, here we go. John 10:10. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. So one more time. The thief comes only to steal and kill and destroy. I have come that they may have life and have it to the full. Can anybody tell me what that means? Or what they think that means, or anything? Anybody? I don't even care if you tell me a word that was said in that verse. Anyone? Satan. Who's Satan? No, I mean I'm sorry. In that verse, the thief. Yes, because Satan is the devil and the devil is the thief, right? They all go. That was my fault. I should have elaborated on that. So the devil is the thief in that verse, okay? And can anybody tell me what God is saying in that verse and what He wants for us and what He's telling us in that?
If you follow God, then He will guide you away from the thief.
Yes, ma'am. And He will protect you. That was perfect. He will protect you. So what John is saying in 10:10 is when the thief comes to steal, kill, and destroy, I have come so that they may have life and have it to the full. So God wants to come and give us life that's full. Give us abundant life. God wants to come and save us from the thief who only comes to steal and take away from us. Take away from our hearts, our souls, our pockets, our everythings, okay? So I know that growing up, even to this day, even adults, we all want to be filled. We all want to have something. We all want to, whether it's some people want money, some people want happiness, some people want laughter, some people want family, whatever. The enemy wants to come and destroy that and to take that away from us. And so for me, when I was growing up, I was looking for that. I was looking to be filled in all the different places, all the wrong places. And what was happening was the enemy kept on coming, stealing, destroying. I was trying to get filled up. I would turn to different things like drugs and alcohol and different things that were just not beneficial to me and were just destructive to my life. And what was happening was that it was actually the enemy that was coming to steal from me, steal my happiness, steal from my soul, steal from my heart. And I was turning away from Jesus, the one who was supposed to come and give everything. I like how I'm holding this mic. I'm not even using it. All right. So I'm gonna go on past 10, and I'm gonna read 11 and 12. I am the good shepherd. The good shepherd lays down his life for the sheep. The hired hand is not the shepherd who owns the sheep. So when he sees the wolf coming, he abandons the sheep and runs away. Then the wolf attacks the flock and scatters it. The man runs away because he is a hired hand and cares nothing for his sheep. Can anybody give me an example of somebody who is there for you and then is not there for you when things hit the fan? Like maybe when you get in trouble, maybe like a friend who you're with at school, who you're hanging out with, who you're doing bad things with, and then you get in trouble and then they flee because they really don't care about you. They only care about themselves. Can anyone think of another example? If there's no examples, it's okay. I'll give an example.
The question. Repeat the question.
Okay. Can you think of a different scenario in your life where someone pretends like they're your friend, or someone pretends that they care about you, only to get something that they selfishly want, and then when you get in trouble, or when when the wolf comes to in the Bible verse it's saying when the wolf comes to get the sheep, the shepherd who was only there, he was getting paid to watch the sheep, so he didn't really care about the sheep. He was just getting paid to do it. So when the wolf came to get the sheep and eat them and to destroy the flock, what did the shepherd do? He ran away because he didn't care about those. He was only there for himself. He was only there out of selfish ambition, and when it came down to it, he did not care about the sheep who he was supposed to be protecting. He left and fled. Anyone give another example? It's okay. Okay, how about I give an example? Does that sound good? Okay. Does anybody know what drugs are? Yes? We all know what drugs are. This guy in the back with the V-neck sweater doesn't know what drugs are. You watch TV? Daniel, do you not watch TV? Are you homeschooled?
I don't know. Those are fighting words here.
You think I'm homeschooled?
No, I don't know.
Fighting words right now.
I'm just wondering. I love homeschool people. I live with a family that homeschools. Okay, so
No mistake it.
I was just trying to come to a conclusion of how you didn't know what drugs were. Unless you're just being silly.
I admit it.
That'd be Daniel.
Okay, Daniel, you're a cool guy. Okay, guys. So check this out. So for me, what I used to do was I actually used to do drugs and I used to sell drugs. So when I would be around a bunch of people, I would sell drugs to people and they would come and they would be around me and I did not care one bit about any of those people. So I'm selling them drugs and we're smoking together and we're hanging out and we're having a good old time and these people think, oh yeah, we're all friends and blah, 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 and they think they're in a safe environment because they're with me and we're doing this and we're doing bad things. But when the cops come, what am I going to do? Run. Am I going to care about any of these people who I'm supposed to be around and be hanging out with and be giving, weed or whatever I was doing back in the day? Was I caring for them? Was I really their friend? Was I really with them? What do you think, D? Is that cool if I call you D? No?
Call me Big Poppy.
Big Poppy. Big Poppy Ortiz. Big Poppy Ortiz over here. Boston Red Sox. What do you think?
No, you don't care about him.
Okay, good answer. I didn't care about him. Just like the shepherd who was supposed to be watching over the sheep. He didn't care anything about him. So with us as kids and we're growing up in our lives, we get into circumstances where we're with our friends, where we're doing bad things, or we're at parties, and all of a sudden cops come or parents come home. No one cares about you in that circumstance. So you put yourself in there and then no one cares. You know who does care? Obviously, I know Daniel knows.
I do know, but I'm not like them.
Okay, good man. God cares. God cares. God cares to give you life, abundant life. And you know what else? You know what the other thing about all those other people is? They just want something from you. So like girls, boys, sometimes all they want to do is they want to kiss you and they want to do those type of things. They don't care about you. They just want to do those type of things. And if it comes down to it, they would just leave because all they want is something for themselves. Drug dealers, people that throw parties, they just want big parties. They want your money. People want your money. People who sell beer, they just want your money. That's all they want. So when it comes down to it, they don't care about your heart. They ask for something and then they don't care about you. But God, He doesn't ask you to do anything. You don't have to do your chores for Him to love you. You don't have to go to church every single day to love you. You don't have to perform like this big list of to do. You don't have to have a big to-do list for God to love you. God loved you. He died for you before you were even born, before you were even alive. When you were at the Emmanuel concert when you were 11, God loved us all. God loved us all then. So He gives us that abundance, and He gives us, and He wants to give us full life. And the cool thing about it is, He doesn't ask anything in return, as opposed to the thief. So now that all comes into play, and that's all. Now I know our minds are spinning. So I'm gonna go into another song. This is called "Touched by an Angel," and this song is talking about the things when I was growing up, and when I was in high school and junior high and just different places, how I was feeling and how I allowed different people to steal, kill, and destroy me. And so that's what this song is.
Yeah, that song is called "Touched by an Angel." I was a kid with no reservation. Would've pulled that trigger, no hesitation. Didn't care about jail or a visitation. Didn't care about hell or my destination. I used to play with the Vicodins, cue the violins. I was so violent, I tried to strangle myself with a belt. Didn't care about my health or the Bible on the shelf. shelf, nah. I was an angry little kid going through a lot of pain. I had a lot of questions that I needed explained, like why my daddy ain't here, why my mama got tears. And now I'm getting older, it's starting to come clear. I tried to take my life, my world flashed before my eyes, but the Lord sent an angel before my demise. Her name's Kiara. Yeah.
Every day that I wake up and see her face, I know I'm gonna be okay, 'cause she's my angel baby. Every day that I wake up and see her face, I know I'm gonna be okay, 'cause she's my angel baby.
Then I got to high school and I was so confused. Didn't understand why I felt so abused. Didn't understand why I would always lose control of myself. Yo, I had a short fuse. I kept it bottled in, but not the bottles of the booze or the bottles of the pills that I would abuse. I did it to contain all the pain that I had, but it all went away the day I became a dad. I guess God really just always had a plan, 'cause the day I met Kiara, I evolved into a man. I stood up to the challenge that a lot of boys ran, but it's all really different when it's all in God's hands. It's all really different when you follow God's path. It's not hard to understand, it's simple, just do the math. And now it's on me to raise my daughter in this world. I was touched by an angel, and that's my little girl.
Every day that I wake up and see her face, I know I'm gonna be okay, 'cause she's my angel baby. Every day that I wake up and see her face, I know I'm gonna be okay, 'cause she's my angel baby.
Yeah, and that song was called Touched by an Angel. It's about how Jesus came into my life, saved me with my daughter, used it to wake me up. It's Touched by an Angel.
So you guys think Greg's pretty cool?
Yeah.
Okay.
Better answer that way.
Okay, Greg, leave the room. I'm gonna ask again. I better have heard that. 'Cause how cool is Greg to change up what he's doing, to let you guys have kind of a different sort of night. Let me rap to you guys, let me talk to you guys, let me get my lips chapped and in need of water and sit up here and almost cry. That's pretty cool. So he's a pretty cool guy, and me and Greg have gone back. When I was sitting in your seats and he was loving on me, God used him. I didn't even realize it until years later. So it's just been really awesome to be able to have that relationship with him and to come and share this with you guys. And I just want to tell you guys to have hope and to be courageous. Allow God to work through you. And sometimes, you know, when you think that nothing's going to go your way, just continue to pursue God and continue to have hope. And there's people that love you, there's people that care about you, and with God everything is possible. So before I leave, I want to sing a song with Greg, so I'm going to have him come up and lead a song with all of you guys and turn it, because the only reason why I'm able to do this is because of Jesus. So what I love to do is praise Jesus in the form of music, and when Greg has such a beautiful voice with his guitar, it makes it that much cooler.
It makes it so cool.
Yeah.